ADHD, also known as Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, is one of the most common disorders affecting 11% of school-aged kids. There are 3 main subcategories of ADHD that have to do with the symptoms ADHD children experience. First, a child with ADHD will be inattentive. This means a person wanders off task, has difficulty sustaining focus, and is disorganized. Second, the child may be hyperactive. This means a person is constantly moving, excessively fidgeting, tapping, or talking. Third, the child may be impulsive. This means a person will make quick decisions without thinking about them. How does a child with ADHD's home life affect their school life? Here is a scenario at home that often occurs. First, a child will constantly bug their parents. Parents will lose their patience quickly because they always have to deal with this constant bug. In return, the parents will punish their child without figuring out the reasons behind their child's actions. The child will then often forget their punishment soon after and will start the whole process over again. An ADHD child forgets that they do things that are not acceptable. When it comes to school, here's an at-school scenario that shows that an ADHD child in the classroom will act. The child will not stop talking at inappropriate times in class. The teacher will then tell the child to stop several times. The child will stop for a few minutes, then forget that the teacher told them to. They will continue to talk. The teacher will then get frustrated because they told the child several times to stop talking, and the child will get in trouble, but will not.
Stuart was diagnosed with classic ADHD, and there are lots of different kinds of ADHD. That's just kind of a broad term. But what I appreciate is he doesn't have the rage ADHD where he gets mad. There are some kids that have anger issues that secretly want to plot to kill somebody, or they rage. He doesn't have the ADHD that is necessarily like it's not a negative. It's really been it's kind of been fun because he's so happy all the time. He has no memory of ever messing up. Every day is a clean slate for him. So that's kind of good. On the negative side is he doesn't remember who he's damaged, and so he doesn't remember that he insulted somebody yesterday or betrayed a trust the day before, and he still doesn't remember those type of things. So that's what where I kind of teach him. This is what she said.
Ever since I could remember, teachers have had to pull me out of class for some misdemeanor. I remember almost monthly, weekly, I've had to be sent to the principal's office or go to ISS or something along those lines. My teachers used to have to call my mom monthly or weekly, one of the two, but it was a lot of times. All throughout elementary school, I always had an assigned seat right next to the teacher. I'm not even kidding. It was every day I would have to sit next to the teacher.
Did you have any teachers that were patient with you?
Yes, I had a few teachers that were patient with me. Those are the ones that stuck with me the longest. Most of them were not though, and kind of kicked me to the curb. Tell me to do better all the time.
So did you have trouble learning just because you couldn't focus?
Yes, I've been known to get poor grades my entire life. I'd forget to turn my homework in. I'd forget everything. Utensils, I'd forget papers.
Having an ADHD brother is very frustrating and annoying. He can get in the way a lot of times and is always messing with you.
Hallie's having problems remembering experiences with her ADHD brother, and I'll just tell you one standard experience. Okay? We're walking along, whether it be we're walking to the car, we're walking in a mall, we're on a trip at a park somewhere in Disneyland, and it's all going nicely until Stuart has this impulse to trip her. And, is that not true?
That's true.
Your whole life, he's tripped you. And it's like, how can I annoy my sister subtly? And then she'll end up falling on the ground and you know, and Stuart, trip me. And this is when she's 4 or 5, and he still does it, like when she's 14, doesn't he? Yeah. It's just a constant, but that's one of the ways that he's gotten up to her.
How can you help a child with ADHD in the classroom? The first most important thing is to work with the child's parents to set goals in the classroom. When it comes to being distracted easily, create a quiet area free of distraction. Alternate seats during a lesson. Incorporate physical movement. Write information down on the board where the child can find it and remind the child where the information can be found. Give directions in small increments so that the child will be able to remember them. When it comes to interrupting, oftentimes a child's impulsive interrupting causes social problems that lowers their self-esteem. It is important to keep the child's self-esteem high. Developing a secret language helps with this. Using discrete gestures or words to let the child know that they are interrupting is important. Try to ignore these mildly interrupted behaviors. When it comes to impulsivity, create a behavior plan with the child. Give consequences immediately following the misbehavior. Recognize the good behavior out loud. Follow a schedule. And when it comes to hyperactivity, ask the child to run errands for you. Provide small tools for entertainment. The key is to be patient as a teacher. Give an extended due date to a child. Accept late work. Give the child attention break. Provide them with ways to escape. Help the child to stay organized, but understand that it is hard for an ADHD child to keep organized throughout the year. So you will have to help them. Use the child's impulsiveness to your advantage. Plan creative lessons so that this impulsiveness does not get in the way of learning. Do not be stingy with accommodations. Do everything you can to help your child succeed, because oftentimes children with ADHD feel like failures because they do not do well in school, because they are disorganized, because they are impulsive, because they get distracted easily. And it is our job as teachers to help them. Work with parents to figure out what the kid needs best in your classroom. Do everything you can to help your child succeed. Thank you for watching.